Hey, let's take a look at how to refill our washer fluid or put washer fluid in our car. Now, when we're getting washer fluid for our car, there's a couple things that we want to think about. There are some very inexpensive washer fluids out there, and sometimes the inexpensive ones will freeze. Now, if it's wintertime, we don't want a washer fluid that will freeze. Freezing may crack things and break things and also won't be very effective frozen. Now, in summertime, there's bugs. We may want one that has a little bit more of a cleaning power instead of just being wet. So there are a couple things to think about with your washer fluid. In general, one picked up at the auto parts store should be good, but you may not want the least expensive one because that may be one that freezes or does not clean well. But generally speaking, the most expensive one is not necessary either. So take a look at what they do. If you need, ask for help at the auto parts store, and they'll gladly tell you the differences between the washer fluids. Now let's take a look at how to get the washer fluid in the car. Well, the first thing we will need to do is get that hood open. Now every car is a little bit different, but most cars have a pretty similar process. We're going to go into the driver's side of the car. Let me switch cameras around and let's go over to the driver's side of the car and release the hood from inside the car. All right, so we are going to open the driver's door, and what we see is down by the foot pedals. Let me pull that key out so we don't hear this binging noise the whole time. All right, down by the foot pedals is usually where you're going to find the release. Now on this car, it's right here. That's supposed to be a car with a hood open is what that symbol means. Sometimes it's over here, like directly underneath the steering wheel. Those are the two most common places where you'll find this hood release. So we're going to give it a pull, and I heard a clink outside the car, which is the hood releasing. So let's go out there and take a look. So now we see that the hood is slightly popped up. Not a lot. Sometimes it doesn't pop up much, so you just give it a little yank with your fingers to get it up. And now there's a secondary safety release. Pretty much every car will have one, and it's in this crack somewhere. Sometimes it's on this end, sometimes it's on the right side, sometimes it's on the left side, sometimes it's in the middle, and sometimes, in very rare circumstances, there's like a little pull down in the grill. It's usually sticking out. It's a little bit different. Most cars, though, will have this style release. Now, if I look, I can see, it's hard to see on camera. There it is. See that little tab sticking out there? We're going to push that release over and then lift the hood up. Now this hood stays up on its own. Some cars will have a little bar right about here that you'll lift up and you'll put into a little slot here to hold it up. That is a hood prop or a hood stand, whatever you want to call it. That's what that's for. And that is how we get our hood up. Now we have access to the engine compartment. All right, so once we get our hood open, we are going to look for the washer fluid reservoir. And that is in here somewhere. Now, here it is. It is this one. That is supposed to look like a windshield with a water spraying. That water spraying is the washer fluid. So the way we fill this up is it's generally just a little plastic flip top, and we can look down in there, and I actually don't see any, but it's hard to see how much is actually in there, but we would just take some of our washer fluid and pour it in there, and pour slowly. It's going to gurgle up, and when it gurgles up to in this filler tube here, we're full. And then once it's full, you simply close the top and put your bottle of washer fluid away. Filling your washer fluid is a pretty easy process. Just about anyone can do it. You can do that while you're getting gas. You can do that at home. You can do it anytime that works well for you. Just look for this symbol, which is a windshield with spraying water. Open that up and pour your washer fluid down in there. All right, I hope this was helpful for you to be able to refill your washer fluid. Please click that subscribe button for more helpful tips and how-tos. And if you have any questions, comments, or would like to see anything else, please write those in the comments below and let me know what you thought of this video and whatever questions you may have. Thanks so much and have a fantastic day.